yourself have never been dreaming. What's clear is that you're not dreaming. Hence,
Sup and all that. What a beautiful and pleasant atmosphere here. George, could this be heaven on earth?
this is it. The earth has not been touched by humans. Hence, everything is still natural, serene and peaceful. Everything goes as it should.
Whoa, I can hardly believe all this. I feel like I'm in heaven.
Sim, Hans, I also feel like in a fairy tale. Maybe this is how they imagined when they made fairy tales.
Means the whole earth. It used to be like this, George. That's why humans can talk about place like this. That means they've seen one before, George.
Yeah, maybe it is.
You know any fairy tales, George? Try to tell me while we take a short break to enjoy this atmosphere.
A lot, Hans. But it seems that even though the fairy tale is legendary, it is only a fictitious story, and made only for entertainment or motivation only. And maybe you've heard of one of them, like Hansel and Gretel. Fairy tale originating from Germany by the Brothers Grimm. This fairy tale is created since 1812 in Grimm's Fairy Tales, which tells about the adventures of a brother and sister who get lost in the forest.
Another.
There's more. Aladdin and the Magic Lamp, one of the most famous stories of the 1001 Nights originating from the Middle East. This fairy tale has existed since the 18th century in a collection of short stories by Anton Golan from the storymaker Johanna Diab or Hannah Diab and Siri Marinette.
Another.
There is also The Tortoise and the Hare, presented the story of the tortoise and the hare in the form of Aesop's fable, or Aesopic. This fable tells a variety of stories and is still a popular fable today.
Another.
Later, The Three Little Pigs, always called the Big Bad Wolf.
What? Actually, it wasn't me, George.
Yes, Hans. And this fable became widely known in 1840, although it is rumored that this story seems to have existed long before that year.
There are more.
And it also tells about your family, Hans. The Wolf and the Seven Young Goats. This fairy tale was first published in the collection of Brothers Grimm in the 1st century and quickly circulated throughout Central Europe as a frequent bedtime.
Do you still remember all the stories from the fairy tale?
Yes, of course, because everything is interesting and has its own adequateness that we can take as a lesson or motivation.
I'm curious about the stories of Aladdin and the Magic Lamp and the Wolf and the Seven Young Goats. Can you find a bit about it?
The story Aladdin and the Magic Lamp is about a boy named Aladdin. At that time, Aladdin found a magic lamp containing a fairy inside which he had never expected. It turns out that the fairy lights can grant Aladdin's wish. Even though at that time there was an evil wizard harassing him, Aladdin managed to return to the palace and live happily with the princess. And Aladdin also always uses the lamp only to help poor people who are having trouble.
Wow. If only I had that lamp. I want to be Aladdin with his lamp.
I know what you're thinking, Hans. And that's wrong. Because you don't have to be Aladdin to be great, and you don't have to have a magic lamp to help others. Now you are great because you have aspirations to become a hero. And to help others is enough with the ability you have. That's being great, because if you wait to be who you think you are, then you will never do good to others. Hans.
And how can I help others if I don't have greatness? George.
Yes, Hans. Just do the little things that you might think are trivial and easy, like opening the door of the house if there are parents or family want to enter. Take mom's groceries to the supermarket. Help parents clean the house or wash the car. Learn to wash your clothes using a washing machine or wash the dishes and glasses we use. And there are still many good things you can do to learn cleanliness as well as discipline.
Okay, George. As a future hero, I'll follow your advice. I trust you.
And remember, Hans, all big things start small.
Alright, George. I learned a lot from you and I'm trying to understand it. Then, how about the story of the wolf and the Seven Young Goats? Is it as exciting as Aladdin and the Magic Lamp?
Like I said before, Hans, all of them have their advantages and disadvantages, depending on the angle from which we see and assess it. The Wolf and the Seven Young Goats tells the story of 7 goats and their mother who served not to be eaten by a hungry wolf. The cunning wolf disguised himself. He powdered his own fur with white flour to trick the little goats. The kid goats who were hiding then only saw the wolf's feet, which were now white, and opened the door for him. Unlucky, the 6 little goats were then swallowed all by the wolf.
Wow!
Luckily, the mother goat and her youngest child managed to save 6 other goats by replacing their stomach contents with stones while the wolf was sleeping. When he woke up, the wolf, who was thirsty, accidentally fell into the well because his stomach was too heavy. The wolf drowned because he couldn't get out of the well. And at the end of the story, it was conveyed that the mother goat and her 7 children were free from the threat of the evil wolf, and they lived happily ever after.
I'm so sad, George. Why do they always judge me and tell me bad things? Even though not all of them are like that.
You are wrong again, Hans. All stories and characters are fictitious. What is more important is the plot of the story and what moral message the makers of the story want to convey. Hands.
But not everyone got so George. I'm afraid they all think badly of me because of that fictitious story, George.
Not like that. Hence, all stories or storylines are mostly about the good and the bad. So there has to be a good cast and a bad cast. Only from this story can we learn that greed and cunning are bad things. And it so happened that it was played by a wolf. So if in a fairy tale, drama, film, soap opera, novel, someone plays the role of an evil or antagonist, remember, Hans, all of that is just a role so that the storyline goes according to the director's script.
So are we like that too, George?
Yes, of course. I hope we can provide entertainment, education, and bring together our friends from all over the world. And I really hope that our friends will subscribe, like, and comment. Which countries are they from and what can they ask us to tell us about?
Are you going to complete with your wishes?
Probably not. Hands. But I will try my best for them. I always try to make our friends happy. Healthy and great as well as all smart.
Alright, George. I want to take a bath first while there is a lake with water as clear and clean as this.
Okay, Hans. I'm going to go find something for us to eat. After show then wait for me here. I will be right back. Hans.
Okay, George. Please bring me a nice piece of topped chopped sausage.
You're the one, Hans. For matters of food, you must be the smartest. But remember, Hans. Yeah, it's live, not live just to eat. Because you have much better potential than just eating. Hans. Remember that?